Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has given his first full interview since leaving Manchester United. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has said quite a few things. He said he believes it was the wrong decision to bring Cristiano Ronaldo back. Solskjaer has criticised some players, during his time in charge. He said Man United players are not as good as they think they are. He also mentioned that the Liverpool player who caused him the most problems was Roberto Firmino. Solskjaer also revealed the 5 players he wanted to sign as Man United manager. That was Harry Kane, Erling Haaland, Declan Rice, Jude Bellingham and Moises Caicedo. So Solskjaer's basically saying he didn't get the players that he wanted to bring to the club. He didn't get the right backing. Solskjaer has landed a new job, by the way, with UEFA after leaving Man United. Solskjaer rejected offers from Saudi Arabia. Solskjaer was sacked as Manchester United manager almost 2 years ago. He was sacked in November 2021. His last game in charge was the 4-1 defeat to Watford. Solskjaer, when he was Man United manager, he managed around 148 games, was it? Won around 78 and lost 38. Solskjaer got appointed in as the interim manager back in December 2018 to replace Jose Mourinho. And Solskjaer did very well as the interim manager. So obviously the club decided to give him the job on a permanent basis. That was back in March 2019. But Solskjaer was in charge of Man United for almost 3 years. He didn't win a trophy, but Solskjaer obviously got Man United to semi-finals. Don't forget he also got us to the Europa final as well. Solskjaer brought quite a lot of players in during his time at the club. He also got rid of a lot of players as well. It was the right decision to sack Solskjaer, by the way. But Solskjaer is still a legend of the club, and he always will be a legend of the club. His most iconic moment as a player was obviously back in 1999 in the Champions League final when he scored the winner to obviously win the club the treble. Obviously the treble is the club's greatest achievement. But obviously when Solskjaer did get sacked, obviously was it Michael Carrick came in for a few games, and obviously we got Ralph Rangnick in as the interim manager. Now obviously Man United have got Erik ten Hag. Now obviously, as you all know, Erik ten Hag is under pressure. Ten Hag has come out and admitted this. He got heavily criticised during Man United's 3-1 home defeat to Brighton. There was a lot of boos in the crowd and that. Some of his, tactics, are questionable. And like I said yesterday on one of my videos, my perceptions are starting to change on Erik ten Hag. Because last season I was coming out saying he's the right manager for Man United. Because, he did well last season. like I said, he won us the Carabao Cup. That was Man United's first choice since 2017. He got us to the FA Cup semi-finals, and he got us into that top four. So last season, Ten Hag exceeded expectations. But this season, Man United have enjoyed a very bad start. We've only picked up 6 points in his first 5 league games. We've lost 3 of his first 5 and we're sitting 13th in the Premier League. If things continue the way they are, Man United won't even get Champions League qualification this season. And yeah, we are definitely out of the title race. I can't really see the point of getting rid of Ten Hag though. Because no matter what manager we get in, we don't really see any improvements. It's an ongoing cycle, and we've been in transition now for so many years. If the club do decide to sack Erik Ten Hag, he will be the 5th permanent manager to be sacked since Sir Alex Ferguson. Because obviously 4 permanent managers have already been sacked since Ferguson. That was David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and Ole Gunnar Solsjaker. And don't forget, before Man United were not known as a sacking club. But Ten Hag is not just to blame, for the poor performances. The players have to take responsibility as well. Because like I've mentioned, Man United have got a good squad. It's just that the team is not playing as a team. They're playing as individuals, like Gary Neville mentioned a long time ago now. We've obviously got off-pitch issues as well. Obviously the Glazers are one of the main issues at the club. We've got to get them out of the club as soon as possible. Hopefully they will be gone by the end of the season. For so long now, United fans have been protesting against the Glazers. Obviously, revert back to last season, there was a lot of narratives coming out saying that the Glazers were considering selling the club. And obviously, we had a few buyers that were interested, such as Sir Jim Ratcliffe, the Saudi Arabians and all of that. And the Glazers took over Man United back in 2005. They bought the club for around, 500 million. Last season, I think the Glazers were looking for around 6 billion to sell the club. But, what's going on at the moment, Man United, there's no excuse. Ten Hag brought quite a few players in during the summer. He brought Mason Mount in. He's injured at the moment. But Man United overpaid for Mason Mount. We're well known for overpaying for players. He brought a couple of players in on loan as well, didn't he? He brought Sofian Amrabat in from Fiorentina. He's been injured. He brought Sergio Reguilon in on loan. He brought Andre Onana in from Ajax. He's done pretty well so far this season. Made crucial saves in games. Obviously we brought him in to replace De Gea because obviously De Gea left as a free agent. Ten Hag, has brought players like obviously Casemiro in, who was very good last season, but he hasn't been too good this season so far. Ten Hag has brought quite a lot of players into the club since he became Man United manager. He's also got rid of a lot of players as well. Like I said, De Gea left as a free agent. Bailly's now at Besiktas. Obviously, Ronaldo left the club. Elanga's now at Nottingham Forest. Obviously, sold Fred to Fenerbahce. Who else did we get rid of now? Dean Henderson, of course, left the club as well. Jack Butland's no longer here. Man United only had him on loan. But yeah, like I said, he has got rid of a lot of players. But Ten Hag is still inheriting some deadwood. Erik Ten Hag has been a United manager for around 15 months now. He got appointed in as the Man United manager in June last year. His contract at the club runs until 2025. But like I said, if the club decide to sack Ten Hag, who should come in to replace him? And like I said, if things do persist the way they are, then I can see Ten Hag gone by Christmas. Well, I've read up, the next 5 games are crucial. Obviously, tonight we play Bayern Munich in the Champions League, and the weekend, Man United are away to Burnley. And it's going to be a very difficult game tonight against Bayern Munich. Like I said, Bayern Munich are a very dominant force. You know, they've got a good manager now in Thomas Tuchel. He got appointed in as the Bayern Munich manager back in March this year. So he's been the Munich manager for around 6 months now. You know, Tuchel's got a good pedigree behind him. He's won quite a lot of trophies as a manager. Obviously, before Munich managed Chelsea, so he's proven in the Premier League. One of the trophies he won at Chelsea was the Champions League. I think got them to a few finals as well. Before, managed PSG, won trophies there, managed Borussia Dortmund, I think he won trophies there, and he began his managerial career at Mainz 05. And they've got good players as well as Bayern Munich. Obviously, they got Harry Kane. He'll be in contention to play tonight. You know, Kane has spoke about Man United building up to this game. Bayern Munich got Harry Kane for 102 million. Don't forget, Man United were in for Harry Kane for such a long time. Kane's enjoyed a good start to his career with Bayern Munich, by the way. I think he's got like 4 in 4. He'll be a threat to Man United tonight. You know, they've got Serge Gnabry, who I highly rate. You know, I think Thomas Muller's still at Bayern Munich, been there for a long time now. Joshua Kimmich. Matthew De Ligt, former Juventus and Ajax player. They've got Dayot Upamecano. He's a former RB Leipzig and Red Bull Salzburg player. One of the goalkeepers by Munich have got is Manuel Neuer. Leon Goretzka, he's a midfielder. He's a former Schalke player. So there are quite a few of the players Bayern Munich do have. You know, they have lost players as well. You know, they lost Sadio Mane, who they initially got from Liverpool. They lost Ryan Gravenberch. Obviously, Liverpool got him for a reasonable fee. I think that deal was around 34 million. Of course, they lost Sabitzer. Don't forget, last season he was out on loan with Man United. They lost Benjamin Pavard as well. A while ago, they lost Robert Lewandowski. So yeah, they have lost players. But Bayern Munich are second in the Bundesliga at the moment. They're coming into this game on the back of a 2-2 draw with Bayer Leverkusen. And Man United are coming into this game on the back of a 3-1 home defeat to Brighton. The last time, like I mentioned on the preview, the last time Man United played Bayern Munich in the Champions League was almost a decade ago. Of course, Man United lost over the 2 legs 4-2 on aggregate. It was 3-1 at the Allianz Arena. It was, of course, 1-1 at Old Trafford. And the last time Man United won the Champions League was back in 2008. You know, that was 15 years ago now. So we've won the Champions League 3 times. Won it in 2008, won it in 1999 and won it in 68. Like I've said, we have got players missing for this game tonight. Sancho, things have been going off with him. Things have been going on with him, off-pitch matters. Anthony's things have been going on with him. Apparently he's suspended for this game tonight. Obviously Mason Mount's been out with injury. I I'm hearing now Harry Maguire is injured, so he won't play in any part. He won't start anyway because he's not first choice. Varane, of course, is out with a knock, so he won't be playing. Luke Shaw's injured. Sofian Amrabat's been injured as well. But I was reading up yesterday, it said Man United could be without 11 players for this game tonight. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, like, on the channel if you do. Consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless.